Hey everybody, this is Peter Freeman from Crunch Time Coaching, and welcome to our first video on the Efficient Coach video series, helping you conquer your 3 biggest challenges when it comes to being in the tennis profession. Today we're going to start with a strategic objective. Why are we starting the video series off to conquer our 3 biggest challenges with learning about the strategic objective? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? And the strategic objective is the goal. It's how you want your finished product to look. It's something you should be able to look at every day, every week, and it makes total sense. And we are going to develop systems to track our progress towards achieving it. Now, I think tennis pros, and I certainly include myself in the statement, can be very reactionary. Since we're in the service industry, and for the most part people pleasers, we tend to react to what the customers want. Now, one of our 3 biggest challenges is life balance, and I believe writing a clear strategic objective is probably the most crucial step you can take towards conquering this challenge. It will help you make clear decisions that help you accomplish your goals instead of satisfying someone else's needs. Now, let's discuss what you're going to need to make your strategic objective into a document that will be a blueprint to ensure your vision is a success. First, you want to write everything in the present tense. You want to be so clear about your vision that has already happened in your mind. Here's an example of what I'm talking about from a strategic objective I wrote in 2010, getting ready for 2011. And it says, the Director of Tennis, Peter Freeman, is a USPTA certified instructor and Georgia Professional of the Year. Now notice the word is, as if it's already happened. And when I wrote this, I literally had barely anything going on. I had just started at Gold's Gym, and the program was completely gutted. I mean, we had no juniors and no adults. I mean, when I say no, I mean nobody. But we did have a vision, and that was all that matters. And the vision enabled me to see the opportunity. It always seemed that I was ending up in the right place at the right time, and that year I built a very strong alliance with the USTA, which was also my strategic objective of something I was going to do, because I was, after all, already the USTA Georgia Pro of the Year. So we ran, in my mind, of course, so we ran programs that introduced over 100 beginners to the game of tennis. The USTA Sport Court, which if you haven't looked into that, you want to definitely look into that. It came out to Douglasville 2 times, and we had over 200 kids on the court. And I am volunteered for everything that I could think of that the USTA offered and that I was invited to. Now, why did I do this? Well, I did it for 2 main reasons. First of all, I love the game. I love tennis, and giving back does feel great. I truly believe you get more satisfaction out of giving than you do from getting. But I think as tennis pros, we already know that. Secondly, now I could put that I am the USTA Georgia Pro of the Year on every marketing piece possible, and that is something that no one can ever take away from me. Now, your strategic objective has to also be tangible. You have to have tangible goals and indicators. Stating that I am the USTA Georgia Pro of the Year is a tangible indicator because you can measure it. I either accomplished the goal at the end of the year or I didn't. So it's easy to measure that. And you also need to use numbers that you can measure about your program. So here's an example of a tangible indicator. Now, straight from my strategic objective, I have our Facebook presence and partnership. Our Facebook presence and partnership with league organizations such as USTA, Big Fish, Alta, and our presence in the community results in an active community of approximately 100 adult lesson takers a month, and the junior program, ages 4 to 18, has over 50 young players participating on a monthly basis. Now again, the power of writing in the present tense makes it so powerful in the mind. To kick off this summer, we actually had a 3-day free camp. It took a lot of time, a lot of planning, Cost me a lot of money. And at first we were just going to have limited to 40 people. But when we put out that we were having a free camp, over 100 people signed up. And we ended up hosting a county-wide event. We called it Tennis Across Douglas. And we ended up at 3 different facilities. We were at 2 schools and Gold's Gym here. And now, because of that event, we have over 60 kids in our program this summer. Finally, you want to make your intangible indicators as well. So what is an intangible indicators? They're a little harder to measure because you know it's not a solid number. It's the essence of how you want your program to look and feel. Even though you can't measure with hard numbers, intangible indicators can be measured, and you need to make them as clear as possible. So take a look at this example. It is very clear when you have entered Tennis Paradise. So our theme here at Gold's Gym this year, we're making this a Tennis Paradise. When you start approaching the tennis department, it is very clear you have entered Tennis Paradise. As you approach the door to Paradise, there is Tropical Tennis Paradise Activities Wall with fun pictures of members and a Paradise TV providing lesson information. As you open the door and enter the Tennis Paradise Resort grounds, there is well-groomed landscape with a fun mini golf course. There is also a Paradise clubhouse and our cozy stone fire pit and outdoor grill. Now again, the funny thing is, when I wrote this down, we didn't have any of this. And now we're about halfway through the year, and we've painted the office to make it look much nicer. We have a TV right outside our office with lesson information and promotional videos. We have newly surfaced courts. The courts now look amazing. And we do have a cozy fire pit grill that was donated by one of the members because I shared my vision with him. I shared my strategic objective with him. And he, out of the goodness of his heart, donated a beautiful fire pit. So when you make your vision clear, it can come to life. I hope you enjoyed this short video on the strategic objective. Now what you have to do is go out and write one for yourself and how you want your program to look. And if you have any examples or planning tools that you use that have made a difference in your program, that's what this is all about, sharing. I'd like you to share the information, comment below, let us know. And if you would like a free consultation on how you can get started with your strategic objective, just fill out the opt-in form to the side. This is Pete. I'm signing off for this video now. We'll see you in a couple of days with our next video tutorial.